Congressman Donalds, let me just start with you. What are you hearing from your district? Perhaps what do they need at this key, crucial hour?
Well, the first thing is we want to thank Governor DeSantis for his leadership. Once again, he's been able to take charge. Assets have been pre-positioned. My local emergency management teams are prepared and ready to go. The biggest thing we need right now is for people to evacuate. If you're in Zone A or Zone B in Collier County and Lee County, please evacuate. At this point, the governor is right. Get to a shelter, get to a friend's house who's inland. That's probably the quickest way to get to safety at this point. You can still evacuate. There's still time to do that. I know in Charlotte County, it's zones A, B, and C is where they have mandatory evacuations. Please get out of the way of the storm. This storm surge is going to be deadly. You won't be able to survive it. Just please get to safety. We're ready to go, very well prepared. Our local leadership here has been great. The Governor DeSantis' leadership has been great. We need people to get out of harm's way. That's the number one thing right now.
Yeah. Congressman Gimenez, just piggybacking off of that and what you've heard from Congressman Donalds there. And even, by the way, this is, I believe, one of your districts, correct me if I'm wrong, the Keys, right? And you've seen a couple of tourists most likely walking up to the southernmost point, right, and taking pictures while you see this surge. I mean, look at the bands that are already hitting this area. It just goes to more warnings. Can you speak to that, Congressman?
Yeah, as you can see from the image, that's the southernmost buoy there in Key West, and you can see that the waves are already crashing over the seawall onto that buoy, and this is not going to be anywhere close to where the worst of the storm surge is happening. So it's already happening there in the Keys, where Byron is, and further on points north. They're going to see devastating storm surge, and as Byron was saying, those folks that are in those evacuation zones, get out, because most of the people that die in hurricanes, are injured in hurricanes, are due to the storm surge.
Yeah,
and the West Coast
can I pause you? I just wanted to clarify on your point about safety and adhering to local officials. You've got the governor coming out saying how important this is, and yes, I get this is not in the western part, but you still have the effects, and you're seeing a young child being escorted up to the southernmost point where you're seeing stuff like this, and it makes you wonder why some residents are not adhering. Do they not take these storms seriously, and to really realize how potentially deadly they can be, and prone to injuries, et cetera?
Well, we have 22 million people in the state of Florida, and so not everybody's somebody's going to do some really stupid things, and so taking a child there is a pretty dumb thing to do, and some people are going to ride out the storm even though they're in an evacuation zone. And again, that's not a smart thing to do. You're risking your life for what? For nothing, really. There's plenty of shelter space. There's plenty of places that you can go to be safe, protect yourself and your family. Property can always be replaced, but you can't be, and your family members can't be. So you need to heed the warning. And unfortunately, some people will not do that.
Yeah, Governor DeSantis also talking about Starlink capabilities at some of these shelters. You think about the importance of just updating your family, making sure that you are in communication with them, that your devices are working. Perhaps going to one of those safe locations would give you that opportunity. Congressman Donalds, just wanted to ask you about the timing of the storm. It's not ideal. It follows Hurricane Helene, where cleanup efforts are already underway. Just wanted to check in with you about your assessment of how the federal government has been responding to the storm season.
I mean, look, we in Florida, we've been through this multiple times with FEMA, so I think for us, it's been pretty seamless. The biggest issue is debris removal, which wasn't able to be completed with Helene, and so the concern is projectiles from the storm. I'll tell people, if there's debris outside of your door, you need to evacuate, because this storm will pick up that debris like a kid picks up his toys in a room, and it's going to be picked up. It's going to be flung around. It's not going to be safe. I think with FEMA, a lot of those issues are coming with the response up in North Carolina. North Carolina simply is not prepared like Florida is for the devastation of Hurricane Helene. I think we're all seeing that. And I think what I know Congressman Gimenez and I want, and a lot of our colleagues want, is just for FEMA to be in rapid response mode to the needs of the American people, and to get out of this mindset of being a bureaucratic accounting agency trying to just approve reimbursement rates. Like, just get the job done quickly. We will figure out the money on the back end, but you got to put the American people first. You got to help people respond and recover immediately after these storms pass.